morning, everyone. I'm Lisa,
And I'm Jenny.
and we are the Shady Tree Stitches. And look, we have an ivy in the background. We have a friend. So we are here to talk to you about our cross-stitching hobby and show us our progress. And it's great to have Jenny back for her sort of monthly video so we can see what she's been up to. Well, we've just done Christmas, and you can see we're both wearing our Christmas t-shirts still because you can only wear them for a few weeks of the year, but it's good to be festive. So hopefully you all had a very good festive season with whatever restrictions you had on you because of COVID-19, and hopefully you're able to get some stitching done. I know I got some done. Did you get some done, Jenny?
I did. I had a little bit of time on Christmas Day. Very, very unusual, but yes, I did.
All right. Well, I am going to start with the finish. You know, this brings my finishes up to 9 so far for Finish That Stitch December. I'm really excited. So good. Very proud to show you my just one stitch before bed. I can use my own fancy floss colours that I wanted to use, and I also am using a piece of paddock lane dyed fabric. So I just have to put that in a frame now, and it's going to go up here because this is where it belongs. And it's every night, just one more stitch. Well, it's not just one more stitch. I've got to finish the thread.
Yes.
But to me, that was my mantra. So that's my finish.
Yeah.
All right. My WIPs, I have been busily working on WIP Wranglers, and I have finished my WIP Wranglers now, which is really cool. So I got through all 20 of those WIPs, hence why we've got 9 finishes. Yeah. And I'm now rotating through them. So in no particular order.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I did have another finish, actually. It's a little finish, but I did finish through WIP Wranglers, horsing around on Farmyard Christmas.
Yay.
And then I have started stitching on Grandmother's Quilt and Farm Folk. So as I said, it's not all staying on this piece of fabric because I'm going to quilt it together.
Yeah.
But that's where it's now up to. So it shouldn't be too long before I get that finished.
No.
So that was one of my WIPs that I was working on. I also worked on my linen and threads, and I'm still working on it because I have a goal to finish this. It must be finished this week before Friday, and it will. I'm not worried. So this is where it's up to. And I worked on down the bottom in the October section. I finished off these bits here. And then I've come up here and done the rest of this pink and purple here. So all I've got to do is that little bit there of this, which is basically December. And my linen and threads will be done by the end of the week. So when you next see me, I should have another finish. I'm very confident. I named it 2020 already. And I have put it, it's not on my WIP list for next year. And then Christmas Day, I had a new start. I'm going to share my screen because the pattern hasn't actually arrived yet.
Oh.
I'm waiting on 2 patterns. So this one here is the Christmas Eve sampler, and then also the All Hallows sampler from Joan Elliott. They're on their way to me, but there's so many public holidays and the post is so bad. So I needed to make a start on it.
Oh, wow.
And so I was very brave, and hopefully my intelligence is paying off because I did 200 stitches on a border. and I looked at it and I counted and I thought, yep, it looks like that's a straight one-line border. So hopefully it is because it's using silks for you. If you remember, I'm using this beautiful green forest green silk. Very, very pretty. So that is my WIPs for this week, Jenny. Not many, but I have done approximately. Well, see, I filmed on Tuesday, and it's only Monday, so it's a week ago. So I've done about 9, 10, about 2,400 stitches since last week on those couple of WIPs.
Okay.
But for me, that's pretty low.
Yeah.
For me. What have you been doing, Tim?
Well, my Christmas Day stitching, I was working on my Eiffel Tower. So oops, I'll just pull the thread out of the way. Now it looks like this.
Ooh.
So I did oops, hang on, finger's gone the wrong way. I did that diamond and a little bit more up here. So this is now 227 stitches.
Well, that makes it a WIP.
Yes, because it wasn't before. So I only did about, I don't know, 40 stitches or something. But because it's variegated thread, I have to do the stitches one at a time. So it's a little bit slower.
It's slower. But it looks pretty.
And I didn't have a Christmas Day new start, but I had a new start yesterday. Well, started the stitching yesterday. I've been working on gridding a little bit in the last. It's been a good sort of late night thing to just do the gridding because you don't have to. So I finally started my birth sampler for second lot of nephews. I've decided that I'm going to do just the one. I figure it's more really for their parents than for the kids. So I'm just going to do one, but I've reversed the animals so that it's not the same as first nephew's one. And so I have done 94 stitches, so not quite a WIP yet, but I've still got a few days.
Yep.
So I have started
on
well, see, this is the problem. You starting in the middle, you can't start in the middle. You have to go to one edge or other edge and start on the ring. So that's what I've done. But yeah, so that was my one more stitch last night. So there's actually two colours there.
Okay.
So this one I haven't finished the thread, but the other one I did finish the thread. So,
cool.
So they are my two that I've worked on this week. So, you know, not even 200 stitches, let alone 2,000.
Hey, you stitched, and that's a good thing, especially in a crazy Christmas week.
Yes. And I haven't done much stitching. Like that's pretty much all I've done all December because all of December has been, I have been doing lots of getting ready for no new starts, taking photos, counting, because some of them, it's like, well, I think it's 200 stitches, but I don't know. So I had to count ones that I hadn't previously been counting, count them, take pictures, post, and sort all of that.
Yeah.
But we will come to plans in a little bit.
We will. So
I will go on to that later. All right. So Lisa has already done her WIP Parade. So, quick jump to small bit of, well, not sort of stitchy haul, but not really. I bought myself a basket thingy to hold all my WIP.
Pretty. Very nice.
Because, yes, previously I was doing what you were doing and having them in shopping bags, but I had like 2 shopping bags. And you know, I figured because this, like next year, I'm only going to be working on these ones.
Yep.
So if they all fit in this basket, and because it's slightly angled out, it means that I can have the Q snaps and the grime guards sitting at the front as well, or on top, and then it's all together just in one spot. Grab the basket.
Yeah, very.
And we're good to go.
Yeah, great.
Okay, so. Well, in no particular order, basically front of the basket to the back.
In the order they have landed in the basket.
Yes.
Jenny's WIP Parade.
Yes. So this was a start this year, my little Victorian strawberry scissor kit. And it currently looks like, if I held it the right way, currently looks like that. So, yes, because it's all on one piece, so I'll be able to do front and back this year. So that's that one. So these are all, so the only WIP I have now that's not 200 stitches yet is the Beatrix Potter one, but
it will be.
Given that I'm only working on 2 colours for it, just doing that middle ring, that'll be quick. Then little trying not to lose the needles. That is where this one is up to. So I've done the, I think they're called Smyrna crosses. So there's cross stitch underneath and then you do the extra stitching over the top. That was a bit of experimenting. because the first one I did, I didn't like it didn't sit quite right. Oh, oops. Helps if I put the pattern back in with the.
Yes, don't lose them.
Okay. Then I have my mirror. This is my first Mirabilia, and it's not not a very big one. Oops. Where's the picture? Nope. Portrait of antique vines, and it is up to there.
Oh, she's getting some progress on her.
Yes. So my challenge this year will be, so I've got two sizes because I'm doing it on 20 count, which is smaller. The pattern is for 16 count. So I've got two sizes of beads. I've got the ones that it was recommending and the smaller ones. And I will see which one works. My question will be whether the treasures that go in it are going to be too big.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
You'll find out.
Oop. Needle didn't stay on the needle minder. Okay. So as Lisa was doing with hers, I'm putting them away as I go.
I think it's a good way to go. I'm just admiring my cute kittens that one of them's flaked out on the little mat next to the door in the sun. Like, it's not quite sunny, it's cloudy, but it's bright enough, which is why we had to film today, because I thought by the time we filmed yesterday, I'd have no light out here.
Yeah. Okay. Then we have Reflections of Paris by Ink Circles. And this is looking good.
Hold it back a bit. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yep, that's good.
So yes.
Now you can see those two colours well.
Yeah, my sparkly bits, and then there'll be a little bit more sparkle up the top corner. So my next, I'm moving that way to do that little bit of sparkle to then see, is that enough sparkle, or do I need to add a little bit more?
I think it probably will be enough sparkle if you think about it. You're in the centre, and then you've got a little bit, and then another little bit. It'll be very cool. Should look really cool. And while Jenny's packing, I'll continue the tour of my room. You can see we now have a couch / sofa bed. So there's another bed for people to stay when they come to visit me. And we're going to have some nice chairs out here soon. So it'll be a nice little place to actually, Dave said I can come and sit out here with my friends. Yay!
Okay. On top of the picture, we have my little ladybug needle roll, which is looking like that. I have made a little bit of a change in some of the lettering. They had this weird, you can just see it on the M. They've got a little instead of just having up and down M, they put like a little tail on one side to even out the spacing. Well, instead of doing that, I just added a stalk on the top and bottom of my eye to make it fit.
That looks good.
The other bit, it looks weird. Okay. Oh, yes. And so, yeah, so this is a Silks for You project bag. This one is Sassy Devils.
Getting a little collection going.
These ones are
Daiso.
So this
I wish they came in multicolours. Like, I love those Daiso bags are my favourite, but they're only in grey. Just grey, and it's like, oh, if they were in rainbow colours.
I know. So yeah, I've got coloured tags on mine. So this is House of Alphabets. I'm doing it multicoloured, which is a bit of a challenge. It's also in some of that Mose Sale rayon. It's It looks really pretty, but it is challenging to stitch with.
Very slime, like it doesn't grip easily, does it?
No, and because it's because it's variegated, so I have to do stitch at a time, which then means that there's not long rows to thread my back end through. So yeah, I'm leaving longer tails than I would with cotton or silk.
I was going to say, and that's the waist, particularly for silk.
Yeah. Then this is my Lisa's birthday stitch along. My Strawberry Fields.
Which is available on the No New Starts for June next year.
Yep. Now, I still need to fix up. I think it's in this strawberry, in some of the green leaves, I've got 3 stitches that have gone the wrong way. Don't know how I did that. But
sometimes.
Yeah. But yes, but I need to fix that before I do too much more. Okay. Then we have Sewing with Mama, which is my embellished one. So this one, I have done the teacup and the brown shadow. You can see on the right angle that there is actually stitching on top of the picture. That one that kit I have had for a very long time. I figured I wanted to do something a bit different. And then this was my Mittagong Retreat start. The decorations, Timeless Elegance. And I've done exactly 200 stitches. Mostly half crosses. So it's
quite big.
Yes. Okay, now my stitch and button project bag. This one is the Verbena family Quaker.
Yeah.
So this one I'm doing Silks for You silk. So slightly different colours, but they have. That's where that one is up to.
Coming on quite nicely.
And I'm going to do a variegated border and then use the same variegated to do initials in the box.
Nice. There's such nice easy stitches over those Verbena ones.
Yeah.
They're really enjoyable.
Although I have lost playing thread chicken like 3 times with this. And it's only been 2 or 3 stitches, but just that little bit not quite enough. And because each motif is like, each one is one colour, I don't want to start a new thread just to do
3 stitches. No.
Yeah. All right, this is my other stitch and button. This is Little House Neighbourhood, but Lisa is way ahead of me, even though we did start together.
It was our New Year's start in 2020, and I am going to be stitching on it on New Year's Day in 2021.
Yes. So that's what it's going to look like. So Lisa's kind of done the top 2, whereas I've done middle and then gone down. So this is where mine is up to. Looks a bit weird that I don't have the top on this house, and that house is missing windows and doors, and the tree doesn't have it. It's got one lonely little.
Well, you can work on that New Year's Day and fix it up. That's part of my plan for No New Starts. Is if I can, I'm going to try and work on some things on the same, like important things like that, on the same day this year. So it's going to be a bit of a blimey cat method the whole year.
I was trying to remember what I started at the. I'll have to have a look at my list. Which one I started at the August retreat, which was kind of for my birthday. I don't remember. I have to have a look at my list.
Yeah, I don't remember either. But you did have a birthday start.
I did.
And you're like many other people in the No New Starts group that didn't tell me what your birthday start was. So therefore, I didn't include it in the planning. And now I've got people saying, "Oh, I didn't tell you what mine was." It's like, well, too bad.
Well, but mine was just me. It wasn't like your Strawberry Fields that a bunch of people were doing it.
Yeah.
It was.
Well, people had
Oh, it was
to
the Eiffel Tower.
Oh yeah, well,
the Eiffel Tower.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, this was a thank you for having me present from Lisa one time when she came to stay a long time ago. And this was one that I had to count because I figured it was probably more than 200 stitches. It is. It's about 500. So that's where that one's up to. It's on 18 count, so it's quite small, which is kind of what you want for this corner.
Yeah.
It's just fiddly. Okay. Then only 2 left. Oh, no. Well, 3, but Peaceable Kingdoms over there. Because it's on a scroll frame, it doesn't fit in the box. Oh, well. There's not a whole lot done on that one. It's not anything that you can recognize what it is. I can bring up a picture of it. So this one is my Bauble Tablecloth.
Mm-hmm.
This is my first time stitching a tablecloth. First time stitching on 11 count.
Oh. Yes.
And we have one bauble. It's almost finished. I just need to finish the other side of the bow and then decide it's supposed to have sprinkled stars, but they're stitched like asterisks, and it's like, well, how am I supposed to tie that off? It's a tablecloth, so I don't know.
I would actually probably use how many strands are you using?
2.
Okay, so I would start with a loop method.
Yeah.
I would do the asterisk star, and then I would tuck it under the bottom and through the back where you've got them going like that. Tuck it under and under, and
I'll just have to weave it round and round
and make sort of a knot through weaving through the end on the back.
Yeah. But I really like this one.
Good. Yeah.
This is the one where the pattern is very sensible, but the shades of blue start with an open square and then a half coloured in square, and then a like each, as it gets darker, the symbol gets stronger.
Mm-hmm.
And it's between circles and triangles and squares, with the red and green and blue.
Yep. It's
very sensible.
Oh, it's good when you get a sensible designer.
Yeah. Not like one of these ones where they put, so Peaceable Kingdom, it's got one symbol that's one line this way and one that's one line that way. And then I think I also have equal signs. And
yeah.
But that's what you get for Teresa Wensler.
It's a lot of colours.
Oh, so this is a Taran bag.
Yep. TZ handmade.
TZ handmade. Oh, and so is my Outlander one.
Uh-huh.
I was originally going to put one of my Celtic ladies in that, but I'm not starting them yet. So I needed a big bag for what am I doing? Beatrix Potter. Okay, so this is the Castle Sampler. This is one where I haven't bothered counting because it is very obviously more than 200 stitches. I have no idea how many, and I'm not going to try and count now.
Doesn't matter. It only needs to be more than 200. Oh, yes.
So that's where that one's up to.
Mm-hmm.
So I did work on it a little bit this year down here. Doing gold colour, which you can't see very much unless you go really.
Yeah. Oh,
yes. Wow. So that one's well and truly over 200. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then my last one is my Peaceable Kingdom. So let me just bring up pictures. I'll just find the pictures before I go and share. That one. And
It's good being able to bring up the photos. It's one really good thing about us having the No New Starts albums. So when you want to find a WIP now, you just bring it up because you know where to find it.
Yep. Okay.
But I wish Facebook will let you order albums in alphabetical order or something.
Yeah, and also all of my progress photos are sideways.
Oh, are they? I'm not sure why that is.
It won't, like, you can upload a photo, but it doesn't allow you to rotate. Okay, so this is Peaceable Kingdom.
Okay.
Hang on, let me see if I can. I don't know how to zoom from. Oh, there we go. Zoom in a little bit. That's what it's going to look like. And I've started this little sort of section right here between the boy's head and the lion. And I am up to there. So yeah, so this bit's lion and this blonde
can't see. Bit. I can still only see the main picture.
Oh. New share. Share this picture.
Maybe stop sharing. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So this bit, this darker bit's the lion. The blonder bit is the boy's hair, and then there's a little bit of tree. So I like how the tree is most of the trees are half crosses to give them sort of, because they're in the background. So yes, so there you go. That is all of my WIPs for next year.
Awesome. Well, that's a good little WIP parade, and that keeps you all busy. It'll give you a bit of focus, maybe get you doing a bit more because you've got structure.
Yes.
Hopefully. Well, that's good. Well, our next segment then would be haul. So you go. You got less than me.
Okay. Well, okay. So my haul is I bought myself some. Hang on, put the board up again so you can see. So this one's sort of bluey green, and then oops, and that it's sort of pinky rosy.
Pretty.
Yeah. So some pretty scissors, and I have one pattern. Yeah. So I bought both sets. So there's this one which is those 5 little bits, and then I've also got this.
I love that one. That one might have to come visit me when you finish it.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's exciting. But they're not. But they're not started for next year, or they are on your list.
No, I haven't started them yet, and they're not on my list. So no, not for next year. And they're not exactly haul, but not exactly not. I made myself some zipper pulls. So
aww.
This one to pick out the turquoise, and then a key because it's Downton Abbey. So yeah.
Opening the doors, yes.
And because I couldn't find the right shade of pink, so I've just done black and white with a little heart at the bottom.
Oh, pretty.
For that
Very
one.
talented.
And so I still need to do one for my Outlander. And then all of my fancy bags have zipper pulls.
Oh, you're getting very good now, the zipper pulls and the needle minders. Well, I got my colours of the month from A Stitch in Time.
Really?
So these are weeks, letter B's. I'm not going to bother reading you exactly what they all are.
No, but those colours go together very nicely.
Oh, isn't that funny? I don't know how they decide on that, but... And then, so do these. And then we've got, what are they called? The Gentle Art. They go together really nicely too. And then we have got classic colour works. So each of these come as a set of about 6 threads. So it's as far as I know, it's the only Australian thread club. Just a way to build up your fancy floss. Classic colour works. Yes. And then actually I was going to show you, but I forgot to bring it in. I did the 12 Days of Christmas with Silks for You.
Oh.
And it was fantastic. Every day I got to open like a little present. It was like doing a sassy pouch every day. It's just that you did one bit at a time. And there's so many really cool things there. So I might just quickly show you guys that at the end of the video. So it's on this video. So stay tuned if you want to see what was in the Silks for You 12 Days of Christmas pack. Then check it out at the end of the video. And actually, I could probably put it in here.
Okay, so here's a little insert of the Silks for You, and it really was great fun and great value. Now, I didn't save them in order, so I'm sorry, but you're just going to have to deal with that. All right, so we got some hand-dyed pearl weight silks in deep Christmas colours. We got beautiful variegated silk. Getting the sun coming in here. And something I haven't used before, probably for finishing, some nice ribbons for ribbon embroidery. We got a really super gorgeous zipper pull or scissor fob. Really well made. And then a whole bunch of other threads. So let me just lay these 3 out for you. So we've got 3 more beautiful threads that match another day. Got another really nice light Christmas green. And we're going along saying, I wonder what this is going to be for. And then we got some patterns from Dee Dee Designs. So with a skein of thread. So really cute Christmas thing and a Christmas ornament. Super, super cool. And then there was a couple more beautiful, stunning threads. This is a set of 4 that all match the variegated. And they're just luscious colours. Not your traditional Christmas colours, but beautiful. All in the silks. And there was another one. Must have missed out the other half. And then there was more. Heaps more. So then we also had received a gorgeous needle minder. And everything's in these cute little bags, all individually wrapped. And then we got a gorgeous needle holder. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's got a metallic top on it. So you can actually hold your needle on the top of it. So that's really cool. And I don't have one of them in my life previously. Or yeah, it's got a metallic thing on top. And then to finish it off, we started to get really cool things. So we got this gorgeous quarter hank in red and gold. And then we got half a hank in Christmas red. And then for Christmas, we got a whole hank of Christmas green. Wow. So isn't that just like stunning? Look at those colours for Christmas. Add the accent of that. Really, really beautiful. So as you can see, really, really good value. Definitely worthwhile, and I thoroughly, as always, recommend Silks for You. So thanks Jamie and Joe for a wonderful idea, and appreciate you sharing all those goodies with us. All right, back to the normal video now.
Oh, why not? I can splice it.
Yes.
Okay, now
I didn't get that because I wasn't quick enough.
No, well, sorry, you don't get to see it. You have to watch the video, Jen. Okay, my other bit of haul, I have been waiting since September. So I have been patiently waiting. Are you ready? This is my CXC threads. It's equivalent to 4 full sets plus some extras. I didn't write down what was in each set, but they have given me all the colours. Oh, this one's all taped together. You can see in this one, you can see I've got a lot of those colours.
Yeah.
So it's because I asked for a lot of those colours. And the reason was I went through my Hades that I had currently had, these Kit Up the Hades that I currently had, but are not necessarily on my list to stitch at the moment. But I just thought, the price is so good getting them CXC instead of the DMC that I may as well kit up the Hades, then I know they're kitted up. So I am going to be like a kid at the candy store. I don't know if you can quite see, but see over there is a desk. That's an air conditioner. But a desk, it's a huge desk. And my husband hasn't moved into it yet. So I'm going to lay all my threads out in numerical order. And then I'm going to have to go through, starting with those Hades, because I know they're all there, and I'm going to pull how many skeins they need. And then there's pieces for next year that I have already got threads in there that I'm missing. So I'm going to have to go through all my WIPs and check what threads I've got. So there's a bit of organising to do in the next few days. I mean, I don't have to do it in the next few days, but the sooner I do it, the better.
Yeah, and while you've got the extra desk space.
Ivy, come here. Ivy. Hold on. She's killing her brother who's trying to sleep.
Oh.
He was sound asleep and she's wrestling him. Ivy. Sorry.
No.
It was a case of, I'm bored, I want to play. I'm bored, I want to play with someone, hey? You play with me. Let your brother sleep. Yeah, so that was very exciting to get that because I've been waiting so patiently, and I've got pieces that I've started. I know my Angel Lion and Lamb has holes all in it, and I'm trying to do diagonal, and there's holes everywhere because I didn't have the colours. So yes, it's going to be a big challenge, but it'll be like a kid in a candy store going through with all the colours. I'll take some photos or something. It'll be really, really super, super cool. And then I'll be able to, finish getting my threads organised. Mm-hmm. And that was my haul. Yes. All right. So the next thing we've got is plans. Mm-hmm. So that is my plans. Plus, I have some stitching plans.
Yes.
This thread back in its basket. My plans are to get things ready for next year, and I have got 2 more things to do. All right, come on. Off you go. Don't annoy your brother. I have got to do 2 finishes, so I have to finish the linen threads.
Yep.
And then I've also haven't written this one on my list for next year. And the reason was I had to come out here and find some colours. And you can see that I'm pretty close to having it finished.
Yes.
So my goal is to get that one finished, as well as the linen and thread. So that's my primary goal for the next few days, to knock those 2 over. And I have still got that All Hallows Eve to start. So it'll be, I'm just holding off in case the pattern was to actually arrive in the mail this week. But very worst case scenario. So there's my fabric. Again, I just showed you, it's a lovely piece I dyed specifically for this piece. If the pattern doesn't arrive, I'll do exactly the same 200 border that I did for the Christmas one.
Yeah.
And then it's full steam into all the challenges for next year. Oh my goodness, there are so many. But I will talk about all that, I think, in my next video when I round off the year and do a big New Year plan video next time. So they're my short-term plans for the next few days.
Okay. Well, my short-term plan is finish 200 stitches on Beatrix Potter, and then I might switch to one that is not on my WIP list, and I've had it for a very long time, and it is so close. I might switch to finishing the back stitching on my book.
Yes, that'd be good.
Because yes, then maybe I can have a finish that stitch December, or at least finish the back stitch, because there's back stitch and French knots, and then finishing. There's like because it's a.
Just trying to jump out the window.
Because it's a bookmark, you turn the edges over and then do turkey stitch. I don't know. I have to have a look at that. But I am all organised for next year. I decided I don't need a diary this time because I'm only going to be working on that bunch of pieces. So I've decided I had this nice book already. So I have labelled it my cross stitch journal, and so I've put each one on a page. And because they're big pages, when I stitch, how many stitches, put any notes about challenges that I'm going to use that particular piece for. And if I use up the whole page, well, then I'll just start a new page for it.
Yeah.
I figure
that's good.
That's going to be my journal for next year.
Say hello, people. Don't go and annoy your brother. He's sleeping. Well, that's good. So what challenge groups are you participating in at this stage for next year?
Just No New Starts and Semi-Sane. I haven't really done much in Semi-Sane this year, but now that I've got, I don't have to make so many choices. It's what I've got. If it fits, it fits. If it doesn't fit, I don't do it. So that might make things a little bit easier.
Yeah, that's the way I sort of feel about it. It's gonna narrow things down. Not that I'm narrowed, although when I finish those two pieces, I will be starting the year with 98.
Yeah, I have to say, looking at some people's WIP albums in the No New Starts, and I'm going, I've got 17. I feel really inadequate.
But you'll be able to apply yourself to them quite well. And
most of mine are not small.
No, and they're quite complicated, a lot of them. So you've got a good mixture.
Yeah. I've got some small ones, some bigger ones, some that are well established. Although even the castle one's probably my most well established, but it's still got heaps to do because I've only done the inside border. There's still the whole big border around the outside. And yeah, but that's my oldest WIP is the castle one. So it would be good to get some more done on that. And then maybe I've got somewhere I can put it or something.
Yes. Well, I know that Semi-Sane, there is one of the words they're doing. There's a challenge which is the WIP days, and you can choose to pick one of the 4 WIP days to do a focus piece for the month. So one of those months, one of the things is to work on your oldest WIP. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I've read that many challenges in the last few days. But if that's the case, maybe that'd be your focus piece for that month.
Yeah. And for most of my pieces, I'm going to do it on stitch count. But I think for the Peaceable Kingdom one, that's going to have to be time, not stitches, because it's so slow going. Where I'm because I started in the middle, it's very confetti and it's Teresa Wentzler. So it's not just regular confetti, it's tweeded confetti and then some of it's half crosses and some of it's full crosses. And yeah, so that one I think is going to have to be time-based rather than stitch-based.
Yeah, that sounds good. So do you have any particular goals for your stitching for the year?
Well, yes. So the Beatrix Potter one and the Peaceable Kingdom are for nephews. So I need to make significant progress on them because that was supposed to be my focus for this year until someone else led me astray and made me keep starting new things.
Not me. Everyone blames me. I'm innocent.
Because the original plan was that I was going to do Peaceable Kingdom until it drove me nuts and then stop and do an animal on Beatrix Potter. And then when I finish the animal, go back. Now, the animals, They are less complicated than Peaceable Kingdom, but there is still quite a bit of detail in each one. Yeah, but yeah, that was supposed to be my plan for this year. That didn't happen, so try that for next year. And yeah, I guess just put progress in all of them, because a lot of my stitching previously has been done for other people. So yeah, birth sampler for, so far out of my 5 nibblings, I've only done 2. So these are the other, or yeah, so one is going to be for 2 nephews and then one for 1 nephew. And then it's kind of like, okay, but then does that mean that the Beatrix Potter one that I did originally is for oldest nephew? He got it when he was 15 months old, but he's now 18. So it's not like he's going to want it on his wall. So should I do something else for him now?
No, you need to do things for you for a bit.
Yeah, and I'm thinking that next year, no, not next year, the year after, that I will look at doing Christmas decorations for all of them so that they've got something.
Do you know what else you could do is that maybe you hold off till he's going to get married and do a marriage sampler for him. Instead of another
he's only 18. We're not going to rush into that.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. Like maybe that would be the next one to do for him. Give yourself a little bit of time.
Yeah.
That would be a nice idea.
Yes.
I'm just wondering if we can narrow you down to a weekly or a monthly goal. Because I know I found when I tried to stitch 30 minutes a day, that's when I got motivated and kept stitching. Now, 30 minutes a day does not work for you because you have certain days you can't do. But I'm wondering if there's a realistic goal you could set yourself, even if it was 200 stitches a week or something like that, that you might be able to do to try and see if you can stick to that to get yourself rolling.
Yeah. Well, I guess I have to have a look at what the challenges are and then see how that fits. So, yeah,
that would be my advice. All right. Well, I think that brings us to the end of the video, which is very good timing. Do you want to come and say hello? Careful with the kitties. And don't leave the door open because they'll run out. My assistant stitcher wanted to say hello, but she didn't bring a stitching. Come and say hello.
Hello.
There's Miss
Merry
Louisa.
Christmas.
Jenny says Merry Christmas. Okay. So everyone, thank you for joining us. We hope that you can continue to get some stitching done in this little holiday period. And I will be back with you most likely on Friday, maybe the 1st, either the 31st or the 1st, to tell you like I'm being punked by a cat, photobombed by a cat. Oh, it's Fikey. He was asleep, Weezy Woo. Oh, he will take him back inside and put him down to bed. He wants to go to bed. Yeah, leave me, Ivy. You take Fikey. Okay, so I'll be back to see you then, and we'll be back with Jenny sometime in January. So happy stitching, everyone.
Happy stitching.
Bye.